Hey YouTube, this is Brent Chaisson here. I'm in my home studio here in Miscouche, Prince Edward Island, Canada. My studio is called Studio Dimanche, and when I went to renovate it a few months back, I had to do a lot of research on double wall systems and stuff because I'm going to show you my setup was what I got here, and I hope this is going to help a lot of other home studio guys get their setups up and going. So basically where I'm in kind of like a bonus room above my garage. And the whole philosophy on the studio is to kind of take a minimalistic approach and an eco-friendly approach to recording. And basically what that means is utilizing the space that I already have, right? So I'm actually sitting in the control room and just do a quick 360 of, this is about a quarter of the room for the bonus room upstairs here. And behind me is kind of my live room way back there. And basically when I started out a few years back, that room in there I mixed and I recorded in that same room. So, I found that really tricky to get nice sounds and stuff like that. So I wanted to build a control room. And I thought to myself, the space that I'm in right here, as you can see, it's a decent size. It's not huge by any means, but I'm like, yeah, when you come up the stairs right here, which the renovation's not completely done, but when you come up the stairs, there's a small space right here. So I'm like, that's going to be my control room. Then I got researching, okay, how am I going to kind of, not totally soundproof, but how am I going to minimize the sound bleed coming from the live room in here to the control room in here. So that's when I started researching double walls and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to show you really, really quick what I did, and I hope this is going to help a lot of people. So let me show you really quick. All right, this wall right here, this was the original wall that was here. And so basically what it is, I ripped out this gyprock. I put in Roxol insulation in there, soundproofing insulation. And I'm going to show you layers wise what I did here. I don't know if you can see this part. So right here, let me get my finger up here. So you have two layers of drywall. So we have the Roxol on the inside, okay? Right in here, we have another 1/2 inch drywall. Right on the outside of this wall, here's 1/2 inch on the inside. Now, here's a great product that I found. It's called green glue. And what green glue is, it's a caulking, like a tubing, and it's a soundproofing agent. So I use that, I spread that all over top of the 3/4 inch, or 5/8, 5/8 drywall, which is this outside layer. And then you apply it directly to the 1/2 inch, right? So it makes another layer, okay? So as we move into the live room here, I have a 16 inch, it's kind of dark, but you have a 16 inch air gap. And I'm going to explain why that's there in a minute. Actually, this might be easier to show you too. So here is the other layer right there. The two layers of drywall, you can see them. Okay. So basically what we have, if I can get the right camera angle for everybody. Sorry, this is so shaky. So right now I'm in the control room. We're going to walk towards the live room. So here's the first wall. Okay. 1/2 inch on this side. Roxol on the inside here. And then we have another 1/2 inch drywall, a layer of green glue, and then 3/4 inch, or sorry, 5/8, I made that mistake again, 5/8 drywall, okay? As we walk in, we have a 16 inch airspace, okay? Then we have a second wall that I built, and this is the same layering as the first wall. Now here's what I've been learning about, and I'm by no means an expert on this at all. But, so, I have my kit set up here doing a record, but as those sound waves come from that kit, they travel towards us, okay? On the outside layer, on the other side of this door, it's kind of hard to see in here, but anyway, it's going to hit the 5/8 drywall. The sound is going to be dissipated in a certain way. Then it's going to hit the green glue product, which is going to soundproof further. Then it's got to go through a 1/2 inch layer drywall, okay? So each layer, it's getting dissipated in a different way or absorbed, or I'm not quite sure the terminology. Then it's going to hit the Roxol insulation, okay? It's going to come through that. It's going to hit the other 1/2 inch drywall. Then it has to come through this 16-inch air gap before it hits another layer of 1/2 inch, followed by more Roxel, followed by another layer of 1/2 inch, another layer of green glue, and then another layer of 5/8 drywall, which is right in here. Okay. Now for the doors, I just got, I found some exterior doors, double pane glass, and something that I added different at the bottom. These were just the kind of stock door sweeps that came with the door right here. I took, there was this much space that I needed to fill at the bottom. So what I did is I took Roxel and I shoved it in all the way down the length of the door. I don't know if that's going to help, but it really seems to help cutting down the sound transfer, okay? And I did read a post from another professional who was talking about this sort of stuff. He does this for a living in recording studios. He said, and I'm trying to recall his name, but he just basically said when you're doing stuff like this, it's about doing a lot of little things the right way, okay? So around the seams of these walls, all along here, all underneath all that drywall, is I used a acoustic sealant to kind of seal off like all down through here, right? So I used the acoustic sealant to kind of, if sound wants to travel out through those little crevices behind the drywall, they're not gonna, because the sealant is all there. On the inside of this door, this trimming is not done here, so I can show you this here. Basically there's more, I don't know if you can see this, yeah, right about here. So there's some green glue, like a bead of green glue. I stuffed a whole bunch of Roxel in between the door frame and the framing of the door, okay? And I'm super happy with this, okay? And I do have my little shop vac right there. And if you give me a second, we're gonna get my iPad and we'll bring up an Spl meter. Okay, so we're gonna turn on the shop vac and then I'm gonna shut the doors and then I'm gonna, actually I'm not gonna shut the doors. I'm gonna turn this on, we'll get a meter reading and then I'll come and shut them, okay? Here we go. So right now, we are at 77, 78 decibels, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this door so you can know how loud this is right here, okay? It's one door shut, two doors shut. Quite a difference. So let me read off. .48 decibels. So what were we at before? Like 77, 78, and we dropped it down to about 48 decibels. So it's pretty amazing. I've done 3 projects in here since I finished this, and I can tell you I had a 15 or 16 piece drum kit in that room a few weeks ago, and I had no trouble bringing up the sounds excuse me, in my studio monitors right here, and just, being able to EQ like normal and hear all those subtle changes. So if anybody has any questions of this, like I said, I'm not an expert, but I went through the trials and tribulations of trying to do this myself, and I'm really happy with the outcome. So hit me up, send me an inbox. My website is studiodimanche.ca. That's DIMANCHE.ca. And have a great day.